meet by only 1 point, 12-11. Aaron Calderon, quick high crotch to the double. Gets the 2-point takedown here. As he wrestles Kirk Johnson of Purdue. Kirk Johnson gets the 1-point escape. Aaron Calderon, the much smaller wrestler in this match, wrestled earlier on in the season at 157 pounds, but here he is bumping up 2 weight classes, saying, "Coach, put me in. You need me at 174 pounds after Devontae Mahomes' injury. I'm ready to wrestle at whatever weight it is."
And this is where he doesn't want to be. A smaller guy in the over-under situation is not where you want to be if you're giving up any amount of weight, really, but he's digging his own underhooks in there.
He's also wrestled a pair of dual meets so far, these past 2 duels on the road for Michigan, and he's going a pin apiece. Got pinned in the last time out, but got a pin in his first time wrestling for Michigan in dual meet competition. He's 1-1, major swings with both of them. 6 points, bonus points, falls.
So tying the shoe, a stall warning will be awarded, or excuse me, will be hit on Calderon for the unlaced shoe. So he does have a stall call on his back. So Johnson with a high crotch, right-handed high crotch to the right leg of Calderon, attempt shucked by. And the Purdue coaching staff wanting Johnson to get to his underhooks, saying pick up the pace, get to your underhooks, get to your ties, and control the mat area. So over-under situation for both guys. Calderon looking to back out. Johnson controlling the ties here. Looks like he has a Russian tie. Stalemate called by Michael Chase. Back to the center of the mat. Calderon with a couple of fake attempts. Now looks for a high crotch on the right side. Back to pushing the pace. Another high crotch attempt. Slide by attempt for Johnson. Calderon circles to his right, doesn't allow himself to get shucked by, and that's how we're going to end the first period.
And the first period ends. Aaron Calderon leads the match 2-1. He's a redshirt sophomore that's 5-4 on the season. As we mentioned, 1-1 in dual meet competition. The biopsychology major bumping up 2 weight classes to fill in this spot for Devontae Mahomes, who's sitting here on the Michigan bench with a knee brace. Wishing him the best of luck and a speedy recovery. ACL injuries, always the worst.
So Calderon with a big lift. Good job to get Johnson's hips back down to the mat. And now he's going to have to pick a side or throw a leg and look for something offensively from the top position. Cannot ride parallel. And Johnson gets his hips out and gets the one for the escape.
One-point escape for Kirk Johnson. The match is now tied 2-2.
So Johnson in on a swing single swing single. But Calderon has the Wizard deep and circles out. Now immediately back to that left side underhook, and Johnson has to circle back if he's not going to want to get hit for stalling. And Calderon with the... And questionable. The referees are going to come together. And I'm guessing no takedown. We're in the neutral position.
And Cliff Keen doesn't like it. They wanted that 2-point takedown call.
So the score is correct at 2-2. We have Calderon with a takedown in the first period, Johnson with an escape. Johnson starts the second period in the down position, gets another escape. So that's how we bring it to 2-2. And Calderon, he's got in trouble coming up around the hip, but here he gets the 2 points for the takedown. And that's going to come into play. If you're Coach McFarland, you have to fix that right now. You cannot allow Calderon to compete at the highest level coming up on his swing singles. Isaiah Martinez, we see Isaiah Martinez have so much success coming up there, but he's a different animal. It's unconventional wrestling, and it's
too risky.
It is very risky.
You don't want to give up that takedown opportunity by keeping that hand on the hip. And 1 point escape for Kirk Johnson. The match is now 4-3 with 3 seconds left to go on the clock. 1 minute and 2 seconds of riding time for Aaron Calderon. Kirk Johnson, 0-1 record this year. He's the redshirt junior majoring in retail management.
Both guys back to this collar tie position, ear to ear, and this is what coaches and fans do not want to see. Stalling for both guys not being called, but could have been called in those ear-to-ear positions right here where not a lot of action is going on, but Calderon continuing to push the pace, and they're going to have to hit Johnson eventually. Just hanging on in these collar tie situations, not looking to get to an offensive move. And there you see the stall call. Great call by Michael Chase, seeing that there's an offensive wrestler and then that there's a wrestler that just hanging in the ties. And it's not something you normally see. You're down by a point. You need to get to your offense, and you get hit for stalling. So Calderon with a high crotch attempt and stalling again.
1 point for the stall call for Aaron Calderon. He leads the match 5-3, and he has that extra point of riding time with 1 minute and 2 seconds.
So he has to continue to push the pace here. And I can tell you where I'm going right now is staying out of the ties, because the only thing that Johnson is looking for is that slide-by attempt. And if he's not in these underhook situations and he's looking for the slide-by, and if he can't get either, then I'll tell you what, Calderon's in great position to take this match.
I tell you what, Kirk Johnson notices the size advantage, but he's not using anything with it. He's holding on, clearly overpowering Calderon here in the tie-up, but isn't getting to his shots. But as I say that, he shoots. Aaron Calderon capitalizes on that and gets the 2-point takedown of his own as I say that with 5 seconds left in the third period. He cinches in the win for Michigan 8-3.